Man, this is great.
Thanks for having us, Fred.
Yeah. Big thank you to Back Bar Productions and to everybody who pulled this thing together. We felt very welcome so far in Western Massachusetts, so thanks for having us in your backyard. And we're going to hear a lot of music, man. There's 2 songs from Kris's most recent record, a couple of songs from Jeffrey's most recent record, and what's happening first?
All right, we're going to start with one of mine. It's the first track off of my album, Long Day in the Milky Way, that came out in August last year, Pando record. That I haven't ever gotten to tour yet, so it's fun to get to play the songs for anyone, anywhere. It's called Wind's Gonna Find a Way. Long day in the Milky Way, hammering my heart against a heavy door. All doubt round about, and he used to wonder what the pounding's for. Don't worry, 'cause wind's gonna find a way. I don't need no radio, I'm gonna listen to the branches sigh. I know all I need to know about the history of decline. Long night catching fireflies, try to get one more before the dawn. Lord knows it's a tiny glow to ever light the way for someone further on. Don't worry, 'cause wind's gonna find a way. I don't need no video, I remember every shade of your eye. No one ever really knows about the mystery of desire. Keep on pushing and you find a way. Keep on pushing and you find a way. No shame in the long game. Look around and see that time is all we got. Slow hands in the shadowlands, patient fingers working at the patient nights. Don't you worry, 'cause wind's gonna find a way. Can't you feel the undertow wants to pull you to the deeper sea? I found out long ago about the power it has over me. Keep on pushing and you find a way. Keep on pushing and you find a way. Keep on pushing and you find a way. Keep on pushing and you find a way.
Thank you so much, Kris. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. This has been a total pleasure being here in your neighborhood in Western Massachusetts. Back Bar has made us feel very welcome. Justin from Assemble and all this beautiful stuff that you see on set has been wonderful. And I mean, Western Massachusetts is your home, and it seems like there's a wonderful musical community here that we've been made to feel very welcome in the last 24 hours that we've been here. Can you talk a little bit about some of the artists and signature sounds and some of the artists that you've been able to support, play with, and some of the artists that have supported you over your career?
Yeah.
Well, one of the people who's worked with Signature in the last 10 years, a songwriter named Kris was really formative in my career, and between the years of about 2004 and 2008, I think I probably opened 60 shows for him.
Wow.
Everywhere from kind of London to Houston to Anchorage and places around the rest of the country. So he really invested in my deal, and a lot of the different people, Peter Mulvey on the label, and so many good friends, Mark Orelli, other people that we've just known for years and really loved. And Signature in particular is just a great organization. Signature Sounds record label. It's really been instrumental in our careers.
When we first got together, we moved here from separate. I was in Boston and he was in Wisconsin, and the only really people, both of our booking agent, Mad Mission, was here, and Signature Sounds, and so it was kind of like our built-in family when we first moved to the area, and now, of course, that's expanded out into this whole web of connections with musicians here, but it's
nice.
like our home.
Many of those artists that you just mentioned, Chris Smither in particular, but Mark Orelli also, and Peter Mulvey, we got to go to Cambridge and do one of these on the road session series.
Cool.
And I forget the name of the book right now, but there's like a very long history of the Cambridge folk scene, like a photo and like an oral history of everything that happened there for Joan Baez and and Pete Seeger, et cetera. But Chris Smither is a huge part of that book. And so I got to bring the book to Cambridge and be like, dude, this is, you in 1971, talk about that while he's sitting on the same stage that he was in 1971. So it was really, I don't know, it was cool for me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. He's a good talker.
Yeah. We had a great time. We are having a great time right now listening to your music, and there's a lot more to be shared with the internet. What do you feel like doing second?
We're going to do a song from my album. It's a record called Blood Brothers, and the song we're going to do is one called Blown. I wrote this one night in the car coming back from a gig that I was doing with our friend Tiff Merritt, and then I got Tiff to sing on it because it sort of felt connected to her thing. So this one's called Blown. If you go, you go, you go like hell. Don't look back, never tell strangers a stranger does. I'm a stranger now. It rained all night and the river's all blown. Feel like forgetting whatever I've known. I wasn't born here, but I've been here for a while. You might leave and never come back. Never leave and lose all that love, cut with wonder, cut with pain and love. But if you go, you go, you go like hell. Don't look back, never tell strangers a stranger does. I'm a stranger now. Rained all night and the river's all blown. Feel like forgetting whatever I've known. I wasn't born here, but I've been here for a while. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Are you guys are you comfortable right now? Are we feeling are we warm enough right now?
Yeah, no,
Warm
I
enough.
think we're okay. Yeah.
Definitely
You
good.
got a
Good.
sweater, maybe.
Oh man, dude. I just cut to myself. I can see myself right now. And
Yeah.
It's not. I'm gonna stop looking at that.
You
'cause
know,
it's
it's
not great.
August.
It's kind of a Green River.
We're keeping it real.
They usually do Green River in July, and it is
Oh, my
exactly
God.
as hot as this.
Yeah.
So I think they thought maybe they would hit it lucky this time, but not today.
Well, dude, we're having a delightful time here, regardless of what Mother Nature is throwing at us. But it's it's hot. That is not what I meant to talk about. What I did mean to talk about was a little bit geekier for the gear geeks. We've got this wonderful Neumann U87. It's like a classic microphone. You're crowded around it. It's as simple as it can be from a production standpoint. Is this a normal way of working for you? I mean, when you're in the studio, do you do stuff like this, or do you tend to do more isolated stuff, or how does it work for you?
In the studio sometimes, but we usually, Jeff and I usually don't play together. We're usually off playing separately. But when we do play together, this is kind of our favorite way to do it because, you get to mix yourselves a little bit. It feels a lot more like sitting around and playing at home, which is, sort of our normal environment for playing. And you can kind of, dance with the space of the mic. It's a nice, I really like this version.
When you go in the studio, you usually have 2 fancy microphones somewhere on your guitar, maybe even more than that. I remember one time I got a guy that had like 6 microphones on my guitar, right? And vocal mics and all this stuff. But when you listen to somebody play music, you don't run up and put your ear right by the sound hole of their guitar or right by their mouth, right? Like the sound comes to you through the air and it mixes itself. And a microphone like this does the job of an ear. It sounds like what we hear is very natural.
Yeah. Well, it sounds wonderful here in the space right now. I mean, what I'm hearing with my ears and what the 4 of us in the audience in real life are hearing is probably mirroring pretty close to what the internet is hearing right now. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a great space. You got to show them sometime the space.
Yeah. We did. I don't know if I showed you guys, but this whole video starts with a drone flyover of this.
Great.
So we live streamed that. So
Oh,
we know
right
what
on.
the outside looks like.
Cool.
But yeah, the inside is a delight as well.
Cool.
Nice. Well, we're only halfway through. There is yet much more music to be shared. What's happening third today?
Okay, I'm going to play another one of mine. This is also from the Long Day in the Milky Way record. It's called Hanging Garden, and it's a song I wrote sort of about paying attention to the beauty in any given moment, no matter how precarious or chaotic or fleeting it might feel. In case that's relevant.
Yeah.
Alright?
Uh-huh.
Meet me under the northern, meet me under the northern, meet me under the northern star. Keep me right on your corner, keep me right on your corner, let me always know where you are. Oh, I really don't care where we land, I really don't care where we stay to make our stand. In our hanging garden, in our hanging garden, falling from the ground, growing up and going down. Come see, sky's getting wider. Come see, world's getting brighter, wider and brighter, the farther we climb. Sweep me higher and higher, sweep me higher and higher. Help me to twine up and circle the sky like a vine. Oh, I really don't know how we fly, I really don't know how we're standing on the sky. We're standing on the sky in our hanging garden, in our hanging garden, falling from the ground, stranger in a strange land. Just keep holding on to my hand. Look around, it's a world of wonders. Earth is above us, heaven is under. See all the life here that's moving. See all the buzzing and blooming. Right as the rain, upside down. Way up here we could be anything. In our hanging garden, in our hanging garden, lead me under the northern star. Lead me under the northern star.
No, all right.
Thanks, guys.
And thank you both so much for being here and for kicking us off in style. I feel really good about what's happening here. I hope you guys are feeling good as well. This is just
Great.
a total delight. I'm wondering how you balance stuff between Kris's career, between Jeffrey's career, and Jeffrey, I know what you were doing. There's 2 full albums. It's called Satellites, and as these projects come up in life, I mean, do you schedule time for each individual thing, or do you just kind of write and then organically feel it out and figure out what needs your attention at any given time?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, you certainly follow your own ideas and inclinations around as an artist. I mean, if you want to use that word, you know, like what you're doing is the most interesting thing at any given moment, and what you just did is pretty uninteresting. So, you know, you sort of lob the work out ahead of yourself and follow it around. And so if you have an idea to make a record, you know, we'll sit down and we'll sort of chart out the month-to-month thing. But for the most part, when we were youngsters, you know, we were both gone all the time, and then we'd be home at the same time, and that's what we aimed for. And then we had a kid, and we couldn't do that anymore. So suddenly we had to try to be somebody be home and somebody be away, and that changed the dynamic a little bit.
It's like a wheel, sort of, where somebody's up on the, you know, someone's like outward making a record and then touring it, and the other person's staying home with their daughter, and also hopefully in theory like writing their next project. And so there's, you know, our job has like an outward component and an inward component, so we try to kind of cycle through, so someone's always on the front burner and someone's on the back burner. It mostly works pretty good.
Cool. Well, thank you for balancing that way. I know that there was a balancing act that had to happen for you guys to be here today, and
Every day.
we appreciate your time. And it's Jeffrey, I like a lot what you said about the thing that you're working on is the most interesting thing at any given time. It reminded, there's a camera thing, which is like, what is the best camera? And the answer to that question is the one you have. Like, it doesn't matter if it's your iPhone, it doesn't matter if it's a GoPro, just as long as you're using it, like, that's the interesting thing.
Yeah, I mean, that comes down to, I think, with the microphone idea, you know, like, it doesn't really matter what you use to record, as long as what you're getting is cool, right? Like, Duck Dunn, the bass player, said, like, did you ever hear a bunch of guys playing in a room together swinging and it didn't sound good? Right? It doesn't really matter what you get it on. And I have a lot of old blues recordings and stuff that are pretty basic technology in terms of how they sound, or like a Charlie Patton record or whatever, you know, but they're still moving, they're still kind of thrilling in their way. So
Yeah, and
But it is nice to
if
have
Donald
you
Duck
guys.
said it, you know it's a fact. I mean, that's true.
Does that sound like a DD?
Yeah, what's happening fourth today? We're gonna close out with a Jeffrey tune, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do the title track from my last thing, my last sort of coherently put together solo record. And we're gonna do it down in the key of D for those of you playing along at home. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I saw you, would you know my name? If I saw you, my name. I used to know you, I used to be your man. We were lovers back in the traveling time. Blood brothers back when you were mine. Do you remember I was your Valentine? You wanted what I couldn't give you. You would have stayed to hold on to what we had. How could I know that I would live through my life haunted by your sad smile? Sometimes I hold you in my dreams at night. I never told you, it never seemed right. I'll meet you somewhere on the other side. If I saw you, would you know my name? If I saw you, would you know my name? If I saw you.
Thank you so much, Kris. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. The tuning's held up beautifully, man. Everything that you've just done has been total delight. So best of luck on the current records to both of you. See what happens in the world, and if you can get out there to Montana and do some shows, I mean, we'll see what happens. And yeah, best of luck to all of us. But hopefully we get to continue crossing paths. I think we're going to be doing this for a long time, so we'd love to see you again. And yeah, man, we really appreciate it very much.
Thanks so much for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks you guys.
Right.